These guys did everything on the less glamorous side of the football, the defensive side. With unprecedented levels of sacks, fumbles, and interceptions, these guys had some of the best seasons by a defensive player ever. I'm Justin Fraction, and today we take a look at the 10 greatest seasons by a defensive player in NFL history. And a big shout out to Travis Haywood for suggesting this list. We do hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, feel free to click subscribe down below for more cool videos every single day. Number 10, Ed Reed, 2004. Though injuries later in his career forced him to alter his game a bit, in 2004, Ravens safety Ed Reed was just as known for his ball-hawking skills as he was for his bruising hits. In his third season, Reed recorded 76 tackles and a league-leading 9 interceptions. Always a threat when the ball was in the air, Reed set the NFL record for longest interception returns for a touchdown, which he would then break 4 years later. The 2004 Defensive Player of the Year also had the most interception return yards, and let's not forget his 2 sacks. Number 9, Derrick Thomas, 1990. In just his second season in the league, Kansas City outside linebacker Derrick Thomas established himself as one of the most dominant defensive players ever. With 63 tackles, 20 sacks, and 6 forced fumbles, Thomas had one of the best years by a defensive player ever in 1990. He even set a single-game record with 7 sacks against the Seattle Seahawks. The Hall of Fame inductee and Chiefs record holder for most sacks, fumble recoveries, and forced fumbles was arguably the best outside pass rusher not named Lawrence Taylor. Number 8, Derrick Brooks, 2002. As the leader of the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Derrick Brooks was the anchor on arguably the best defense in league history. With 87 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 3 touchdowns, Brooks was named Defensive Player of the Year. At the forefront of the Bucs' defense, Brooks helped the unit allow a league-low 196 points, and they didn't allow an opponent to score more than 26 points in 19 games. Capping off the year with a 44-yard interception return for a touchdown against the Raiders in the Super Bowl, many believe Brooks should have been awarded the game's MVP. Number 7, Michael Strahan, 2001. No defensive player has had more official sacks in a season than Giants defensive end Michael Strahan. Along with his 60 tackles, 6 forced fumbles, and a touchdown, Strahan's most notable feat was breaking the NFL's single-season sack record in 2001, one of the most revered records in league history. Strahan posted an all-time best 22.5 sacks. Dominant against the pass and the run, Strahan established himself as one of the best ever due to his 2001 season. Following in the footsteps of legendary linebacker Lawrence Taylor, Strahan became the first Giant since LT to be named Defensive Player of the Year. Number 6, J.J. Watt, 2014. Since he entered the league in 2011, Houston Texans defensive end J.J. Watt has been the best defensive player in football. And though his 2012 campaign would be difficult to top, the Wisconsin standout did just that 2 years later. Recording 20.5 sacks, 4 forced fumbles, and 5 fumble recoveries, Watt also scored 2 defensive touchdowns and 5 TDs in total. One of the leading candidates for the NFL MVP, Watt finished second behind Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers in the vote. Yet by finishing second in the vote, Watt became the first defensive player to earn more than 3 first-place MVP votes in the new millennium. Number 5, Deacon Jones, 1967. The inventor of the term sack, David Deacon Jones had an unofficial 26 sacks in 1967. If sacks had been an official stat at the time, Jones easily would have been the single-season record holder, and he'd also have the highest sacks per game mark at 1.83, since he accomplished the feat in 12 games. Leader of the fearsome foursome in Los Angeles, Jones helped the Rams allow a league low of 198 points, using his famed head slap technique. The Hall of Fame inductee was a menace to offenses throughout his career, and he was at his best in 1967. Number 4, Reggie White, 1987. Even though the 1987 season was marred by a league strike, that didn't stop Eagles defensive end Reggie White from having one of the best years ever. In just 12 games, the Minister of Defense recorded a season-high 21 sacks. The 13-time Pro Bowler had at least 1 sack in 11 out of 12 games, allowing White to set the NFL record by averaging the most sacks per game with 1.75. White had 8 games where he recorded at least 2 sacks, and not surprisingly, he was named the AP's Defensive Player of the Year. Number 3, Dick Night Train Lane, 1952. After trying out as a wide receiver for the Rams in 1952, Dick Night Train Lane was signed to the team, but was converted to a defensive back. In just his first season playing football at a high level, the 7-time Pro Bowler had one of the best seasons in NFL history. In 12 games, the undrafted Lane recorded a record-breaking 14 interceptions, still a single-season record to this day, leading the league in interception yards and returning 2 of those interceptions for touchdowns. The bruising defensive back even had multiple 3-pick games in 1952. Not a bad start to a career that eventually landed him in Canton. Number 2, Alan Page, 1970. Before 1970, no defensive player was named league MVP. Yet due to the outstanding season of Alan Page, the Vikings defensive tackle became the first. Leader of one of the most dominant defensive fronts, nicknamed the Purple People Eaters, Page helped Minnesota allow a league low of 143 points in the 1970 season. With a league-leading 7 fumble recoveries, Page became arguably the best defensive tackle in league history. By actively shooting gaps instead of just going through linemen, Page was a dominant force throughout his career, and he was at his best in 1970. And number 1, Lawrence Taylor, 1986. In NFL history, there was arguably no greater terror for offenses than Giants outside linebacker Lawrence Taylor. And in the 1986 season, there was no better player in the NFL than the 10-time Pro Bowler. Earning his 3rd Defensive Player of the Year award, Taylor became the 2nd defensive player to be named League MVP. Recording a league-high 20.5 sacks, Taylor was a unanimous League MVP. He recorded 105 tackles, 5 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles, making him the most unstoppable force in the league. Taylor and the Giants outscored their playoff opponents 105-23 en route to a Super Bowl win. Do you think there was a legendary season by a defensive player that we didn't include in our rankings? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps us out a ton and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to Total Pro Sports though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you guys next time.